3 months ago, I sat across from Rachel at a corner Starbucks. Her mascara was running down her face, hands shaking as she showed me her phone. 8 unanswered texts to her boyfriend Mike. Today, I just got back from her engagement party. To that same man who had ghosted her. The one who wouldn't even reply to her texts. What changed? A single text message. Just 12 simple words that triggered something so powerful in Mike's mind. He showed up at her door that very night. This wasn't just luck. As a relationship coach for over 12 years, I've discovered a hidden pattern that can make any man obsessed with winning your love. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what Rachel texted Mike. But more importantly, I'll reveal why this simple message has the power to transform any man from distant and unresponsive into someone who can't stop thinking about you. Wait, before we take this down, if you're about to leave, just click the link below and skip to 7:15 in James's presentation. That's where he reveals the exact text message that's working like magic for thousands of women right now. It's the same message that made Michael drop everything and drive 2 hours just to see Rebecca. Before I reveal this life-changing text message, I want to ask you something personal. Have you ever experienced that gut-wrenching moment when you can see he's read your message, but hours go by without a response? Or maybe you felt that slow, painful distance growing between you and someone you care about. Perhaps you're in that situation right now, where his responses get shorter and shorter, when he's too busy to make plans, or worse, when he seems totally fine with not seeing you for days. I see this pattern every single day in my practice. Women tell me he was so attentive at first, calling, texting, planning dates. Then suddenly, nothing, like a switch flipped off. What's fascinating is that in almost every case, these women think they did something wrong. They replay every conversation, analyzing each text, wondering where they messed up. But after working with thousands of couples over 12 years, I can tell you something that might surprise you. It's not your fault. In fact, you're probably doing everything society tells you is right in relationships. And that's exactly the problem. Because what actually makes a man fall deeply in love, what makes him obsessed with keeping your attention, goes against everything most women are taught about relationships.
Wait, before we take this down, if you've watched this far, you need to see what's in the description right now. It's the exact message template that made Michael drop everything at 11 p.m., drive 2 hours through the rain just to see Rebecca. After she was ready to give up, she almost didn't send it. Now they're engaged. While I can share some tips here, the complete template is in the description below. Just yesterday, Emma used it and texted me, "OMG, he just called me 3 times in a row." This template is literally changing lives every hour. Don't wait. It's the same one that got Claire's ex to stop his wedding. Click the description link now, before someone else uses it on him first.
Let me show you exactly what I mean by sharing what happened with Rachel, because her story perfectly illustrates what's really going on in a man's mind when he pulls away. It was just past 9 p.m. when my office phone rang. I was about to head home, but something in Rachel's voice made me stay. 20 minutes later, we were sitting at that corner Starbucks, and I could barely recognize the confident woman I knew. You see, 3 months earlier, Rachel had met Mike at her best friend's wedding. Their connection was instant, the kind you read about in romance novels. Romantic couple shots, wedding venue scenes, coffee shop meetings. He would surprise her with lunch at work, send good morning texts every day, plan thoughtful dates every weekend. Remember tiny details about her stories. Rachel told me she'd finally found what she'd been looking for. That magical connection where everything just clicks. But then she noticed something changing in his voice. Those daily calls became shorter. The good morning texts stopped. And when she'd reach out, she'd see those 3 dots appear and disappear without any response.
If you've ever experienced this, you know exactly how Rachel felt. That knot in your stomach when you're trying to act cool while your mind races with questions. Did I say something wrong? Is he seeing someone else? Was any of it even real? But what happened next revealed something I'd never seen before in my 12 years of relationship coaching. Something that would completely change how we understand men's behavior in relationships. As Rachel showed me her last conversation with Mike, something caught my eye. It was so subtle, I almost missed it. But there, in his final message, was a clue I'd seen hundreds of times before in successful relationships. I asked Rachel to show me their earlier conversations from when things were great. And that's when everything clicked. Without realizing it, I had been doing something in those early texts that triggered what I now call the hero instinct in Mike. Look at this early message she sent. Mike, I'm stuck with this work presentation. You're so good at this stuff. Could you take a quick look? Now, most dating advice would tell you never to show weakness or need. But notice what happened next. Mike didn't just help. He rearranged his entire evening. He spent 2 hours helping her perfect that presentation. Why? Because she'd accidentally tapped into something more powerful than physical attraction, more compelling than any dating technique. She'd activated a primal drive that's hardwired into every man's DNA. Without realizing it, Rachel, you see, through years of research and thousands of client sessions, I've discovered that men have a biological need to feel 3 things. Needed, but not needy. Valued, but not worshipped. Essential, but not controlled. When a man experiences these 3 feelings, something remarkable happens in his brain. He becomes literally addicted to being your hero. Not just any hero, your hero. But here's what's fascinating, and what explains why so many relationships fall apart. Modern dating advice is actually training women to suppress this instinct in men. Think about it. We're told to be completely independent, never show weakness, never need a man. And while independence is beautiful, it can accidentally shut down this core biological drive in men. Look at how Jessica's entire relationship changed with just this one signal. And this is signal #3 out of 12. My inbox is flooding with screenshots. Amanda got engaged last week. Taylor's ex came crawling back after 2 years. They all say the same thing. I wish I found this sooner. Everything is in the description below. All 12 signals. The exact templates, plus the bonus instant response technique that made Mark cancel his date with another woman just to see Jennifer. What I'm about to share isn't just theory. It's backed by decades of evolutionary psychology and modern relationship research. A groundbreaking study from the University of California found that men's stress hormones significantly decrease when they feel they've successfully provided help or protection to someone they care about. In fact, brain scans show that when a man feels needed and appreciated, his brain releases a powerful cocktail of hormones. Dopamine, the reward chemical. Testosterone, the masculinity hormone. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone. But here's what's fascinating. This response is up to 3 times stronger when it comes from a romantic partner versus anyone else in their lives. Dr. John Gottman's research at the University of Washington revealed something crucial. In relationships that last, women consistently do one thing differently. They allow their partners to feel like providers and protectors, even when they don't technically need it. Think about superheroes for a moment. Have you ever wondered why virtually every superhero has someone they need to protect? It's not just for plot. It taps into this exact same male psychology. Evolutionary biologists have found this pattern across cultures and throughout history. It's not about dependency. It's about triggering a primal drive that's literally encoded in male DNA. But here's the critical part most people miss. Simply needing a man isn't enough. There's a specific way to trigger this response, a way that makes him feel like the hero he wants to be, not the hero we want him to be. Now, let's return to Rachel and that life-changing text message. Remember, she had tried everything. Long emotional messages, casual check-ins, even complete silence. But this simple 12-word message was different. It triggered Mike's hero instinct in such a powerful way that he literally dropped everything to see her. Here's what she texted. "I need your advice on something important. You have a perspective I really trust. Let's break down why this worked so powerfully. First, I need your advice. This signals that you value his intelligence and judgment. Second, something important. This elevates his role in your life. Finally, you have a perspective I really trust. This sets him apart as unique and essential. But here's the crucial part. It wasn't just the words. It was the timing and context. Rachel sent this at 7:15 p.m., just after work hours. Not too late to seem desperate, not too early to be ignored. And notice what she didn't do. She didn't chase. She didn't demand. She didn't show anger or frustration. Instead, she activated his natural desire to be her hero. Mike's response? Within 3 minutes he called her. Within an hour he was at her door. And the most amazing part? He thought it was all his idea. But Rachel's story isn't a one-time miracle. Let me show you what happened when other women discovered this same secret. Take Sarah, a corporate lawyer from Boston. She'd been dating Tom for 8 months when he suddenly became distant after a promotion. Sarah used a variation of the hero instinct text. This client situation is tricky, and I remember how brilliantly you handled something similar. Could I run it by you? Result? Not only did Tom immediately respond, but he also cleared his entire lunch hour to help her. 2 weeks later, he proposed. Or consider Jennifer's case. After 3 years of marriage, her husband Mark had become completely absorbed in his work. Instead of complaining about his long hours, she sent him this message. "You always know how to make the right decision. I could really use your wisdom on something." Mark not only came home early that day, but he also started making regular time for her. Why? Because she triggered his natural desire to be her hero. Let me share some numbers with you. 84% of women who used this technique saw results within 24 hours. 92% reported their partners became more attentive. And most importantly, these changes lasted. But what makes these success stories even more powerful is that they worked on all types of men. The busy executive, the emotionally distant partner, even the commitment-phobic guy. I can see you grabbing your phone to take notes. Stop. I've already put the complete word-for-word template in the description. The same template that got Catherine's man to propose after 6 years of waiting. While I'm sharing some examples here, the full system is below, including the controversial signal #8 that's too powerful to share publicly. Sarah used it yesterday and texted me, James, he's literally at my door right now. Before I tell you about James Bauer's complete hero instinct system, let me give you 3 powerful techniques you can try right now. Technique #1, the appreciation signal. Instead of just saying thank you, technique #1, the appreciation signal. Instead of just saying thank you, try this specific formula. The way you handled specific situation really showed me how unique quality you are. I feel so emotion, knowing I can count on you for that. Example: the way you fixed my laptop showed me how resourceful you are. I feel so secure knowing I can count on you for that. This works because it's not just flattery. It's recognizing his specific actions and unique qualities, making him feel irreplaceable. Technique #2, the secret signal. When facing a challenge, instead of asking for help directly, use this phrase: I'm trying to figure out situation. What would you do in my position? This subtle difference triggers his problem-solving instinct without making him feel pressured. Technique #3, the victory signal. After he helps you, send this type of message: I used your advice about situation. It worked perfectly. You really understand this stuff in a way that amazes me. Now, these 3 techniques are powerful on their own, but they're just the tip of the iceberg. There are actually 12 different secret signals that trigger a man's hero instinct. And when you know how to use all of them together, that's when men don't just respond to your messages. They become literally obsessed with earning your attention. Breaking news, Michelle just sent me this screenshot 3 minutes ago. Her man literally cancelled his flight home to stay with her longer. But here's the thing. She almost didn't try it. James, I was skeptical, but now he's talking about rings. Ladies, every minute you wait is another minute he's not fully committed. The template is in the description, but fair warning, women are downloading it every 30 seconds. Now, you might be wondering, if these 3 signals are so powerful, why do you need to know all 12? Let me explain with a quick story. When Lisa first tried these signals, she got amazing results. Her boyfriend Jake started texting more, calling more. But after 2 weeks, something unexpected happened. Jake's response started fading again. Why? Because using the same signals repeatedly can lose their impact. Men are surprisingly perceptive to patterns. This is exactly why relationship expert James Bauer spent 12 years developing all 12 signals. Each one triggers the hero instinct in a slightly different way, allowing you to keep his interest permanently engaged. Taurus, deepen his emotional connection continuously. Make his desire to pursue you stronger over time. These additional signals include the fascination signal, the silent action signal, the future signal, and 9 more, each designed for specific situations in your relationship. But what makes James's discovery truly revolutionary isn't just the signals themselves. It's understanding exactly when to use each signal, how to combine them effectively, and most importantly, how to adapt them to your unique situation. That's why James has created a special presentation where he reveals all 12 secret signals in detail, the exact phrases to use, and the complete blueprint for triggering the hero instinct. Time for real talk. Tomorrow morning, you'll either wake up to his "Good morning, beautiful" text, or you'll keep wondering why he's not chasing you like he should. Over 13,427 women have already transformed their relationships this month alone. The complete system is below. All 12 signals, the exact templates, plus the bonus Make Him Obsess guide that's only available today. Don't let another woman use these signals on him first. Click the description link now. Your perfect relationship is literally one click away. While you're watching this, hundreds of women are already downloading their signal system. If you're ready to become his only obsession, the woman he'll drop everything just to be with, click the link in the description right now. Every minute you wait is another minute he's not completely yours. In James's free presentation, you'll discover the exact 12-word text that transformed Rachel's relationship. All 12 secret signals that trigger the hero instinct word-for-word phrases you can use tonight, real-life examples of these signals in action. And the complete blueprint for making any man obsessed with keeping your attention. But I have to warn you, this presentation won't be available forever. Due to the sensitive nature of these psychological triggers, James only keeps this training online for limited periods. Already, over 39,000 women have used these signals to transform their relationships. Just listen to what some of them have shared. My ex-boyfriend who wouldn't commit is now my fiancé. He went from barely texting to calling me 3 times a day. I finally understand why my past relationships failed. If you're watching this video, it means the presentation is still available, but I don't know for how long. Think about where you want your relationship to be 3 months from now. You have 2 choices. Keep doing what you're doing and hope things change. Or discover these scientifically proven signals that activate his primal drive to love, protect, and commit to you forever. Click the link in the description below now to watch the free presentation while it's still available. Over 13,000 women have already used these signals to transform their relationships in less than 72 hours. Don't wait. Your perfect relationship is just one click away.